We'll see.
Oh, it's streaming live. You maybe
Right, I
watch.
think we might be live. Hey, this is Sean from HUFR FEST, and my computer says we're live. And we're doing an announcement. We're announcing a couple new bands for HUFR FEST 2027. And if you can see the screen, you could probably guess who those bands are going to be. I'm calling this my Luna Solace announcement.
Oh, there you go.
But we've got Dave Angstrom from Luna Soul, and I got Tommy and Justin from Solace. And Solace and Luna Soul will be joining the 2027 lineup for HUFR Fest. Thanks, you guys. I'm so honored to have you all doing an announcement with me. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Sweet.
Thanks for having us, man.
So Dave, you're like the mastermind behind this whole thing. Can you?
I wouldn't say I have a mastermind in any way. In general, back that up.
Hey, I'm just gonna verify that I'm online because my backup here is not. Let me just make. Yeah,
It's
we're
all
online.
Dave's
Okay, cool.
fault.
Perfect. Yeah. So
No matter
Dave,
what happens.
My fault. Story of my life. I'm
you
good
guys
with
go.
that.
Dave, how did it happen? You guys were hanging out in Europe, right?
Yeah, Justin was working a corner, and I went by, and I was like, "Well, he's cute," and so we talked for a while, and then Tommy came up and was like, "This ain't free." He got real gruff with us, and
My
it was
manager. I mean, you know.
Pimp.
weird. Yeah, yeah. That's how it went down, right?
I was pimping his ass out.
Again.
The cute
So
one.
I figured that's how it happened.
Yeah.
So Dave, you guys were you guys played some shows together, and did you guys know each other before you went to Europe? Did you guys just meet most recently this year?
Yeah, we just met. Like Tommy and I have a mutual friend that we're both very close to, and so that
Let me
was
interject,
that was
because they
cool.
want to play cool. They want to be cool about it. Their mutual friend is the bass player for ZZ Top.
Yeah.
They don't want to say it because they're cool dudes, but to me, because as a fanboy, their mutual good friend is
This is why
What
Tommy's
the
got you
hell?
working the street, man. This is why
Yeah,
he's got you
exactly.
working
Exactly.
Well, that's pretty
the street.
fascinating.
We're very blessed to have a good friend in Elwood for sure.
Yeah. He's
Oh, that's
he's
cool, man.
super rad dude who me and David had never met each other, but I knew who Dave was, obviously from Hermano, but also because of Elwood.
Yeah.
When Elwood found out that we were jamming, he was like, "Oh, cool, man! You're gonna be hanging out with my buddy Dave." Like, and I was like, "Okay," so like we had not met, but it was kind of weird. Like as soon as we met, it almost felt like we had kind of known each other for,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
nice.
That's
It-
cool.
Yeah, it was just like instantaneously like comfortable and cool, and everybody was chill. And but
Dave. Don't take offense to this, but
Oh, God.
I don't know if you're ever spent time in Jersey, but you are you fit right in, bro. You are very Jersey, and I mean that in a nice way.
That seems like a compliment.
Jason and I
Dave.
played the Stone Pony many years ago, and our bar tab was literally 8 times more than the door. And we're like, well, that kind of works out, right? We're from Kentucky. As far as math goes, I think we're good, right? So yeah.
That's hilarious.
And there were dog bones chicken bones, not like where somebody had eaten wings, but an actual like chicken, like voodoo thing under the bed at the hotel that we stayed at there. And they beat on the door at 8 a.m. and kicked us out because we found out it was like a crack hotel. And we didn't know. We could have got some great crack, but we didn't know.
well, Asbury Park, it's pretty much all crack.
It's
Yeah,
all-
it's all
they don't mix any meth in there at all.
found out.
It's very crack
Yeah,
centric.
I think that's what's kind of cool about our whole scene, like meeting these guys and like instantly becoming friends, and getting to do some shows, like watching them play. It's like, when we met, they're like they're so freaking nice, and you watch them play, and they're so amazing.
Yes.
And then you hang out afterwards, and everybody is just like these really nice, kind people. It's just the perfect like hang.
We were just putting on an act, dude.
Well, you did great. Yeah, Pat, I reached out to Elwood. He was just like, "Yeah, that Tommy, he's a shady one, shifty."
So it's
No,
interesting.
I think that
Go
like
ahead.
Jad actually reached out, um, and was like, "Hey, if you guys are doing some shows, would Solace be hip?" And then Jason Groves was like, "You know, Tommy was in Prunella Scales," and I was like, "What?" And so then I reached out to Elwood. I always forget that's his name now. I reached out to Elwood, and I was just like, "Hey, what's up with Tommy's band?" He's like, "Oh, you'll dig him. He's sweet. You know, they're awesome. You should definitely do that." And I was like, "Sweet." And then John immediately, like in the same email thread, was just like, "Solace, fuck yeah, like them, love those guys. Let's do it." So it was
That's
and like the friendship like was immediate, but I think there was always already like a community respect for each other before we
Sure.
even got there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I think
that's
we're all like nerds. You know, it's just kind of fun.
yeah.
And Hermano, not you guys. Solace, they're bad motherfuckers. Oh, can I say that? Is this on? I
You
don't know.
can say bad motherfuckers on my show.
okay.
Yes,
I got nervous.
we've got approval.
By bad, he means we can't play and we sound
That's
like
bullshit.
shit.
We know that's not true. So you know
That
it's
is not true.
interesting. It's interesting to me. I saw you guys. I had just seen Luna Soul a couple times, and then I went out to Las Vegas and I played Planet Desert Rock 5, which is also where I saw you guys, Solace. And you both blew me away. But I'd seen Luna Soul before. I'd never seen Solace, and I was excited for the show. And man, you guys like were one of my favorite sets of the weekend. It was just absolutely like you guys just command the stage, and it was like I knew right then. I was like, man, I have to see this band before, but I want to see this band again. Like absolutely professional, kick-ass rock show. The vocals were great. The guitar. I mean, I just blown away. And I talked to you guys really briefly right after that show. And I have a picture of it. I'll post it sometime. But one of you guys is wearing your Small Stone sneakers, and I'm wearing a Small Stone shirt. Yeah. I don't know if
Yes,
you guys remember it, but
Scott.
I'll
Yeah,
never forget it.
Scott from Smallstone was there, and he came up to me
Yeah.
and he was like, talking to me. He's like, "Oh, nice shoes." And the last time I saw him, he looked a lot different. He had long hair, and I was like looking
I
at him.
know, yeah.
He's like, I'm your old label owner, And I was like, oh
Oh
shit,
shit!
like holy shit. So
I love Scott. I
that
didn't
was a
see you
fun
guys at
time,
that
man.
show.
Yeah,
What
and
night
then
did you play? Was it the same
so,
night?
no, they played the night before.
Oh, so we weren't there yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you got so you but yeah, man, it was a great show, and then Luna Soul played the next night and blew the doors off the place, and
Damn, we sucked. Yeah.
he did not suck.
We proper.
But yeah, man, that's when I really became, aware of Solace, and really at the same time I became aware of Luna Soul. So to have you guys come out and play the show in Denver for me is just like a massive deal. And then on top of that, you guys, Solace, you guys have a new album. How's that seems to be going well. It's an amazing piece of art.
Yeah, we're real happy with the response, man. It's been overtly positive, like almost kind of scary. Like shit, man. Everyone likes this record.
Oops.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
we're
man. It's
coming from like an underdog aspect of things, and hear all this positivity and like people behind us and hoping for the best for us is like scary. Like Tommy said, it's like whoa, where is the next shoe gonna drop? Kind of. I hate to
Yeah.
be that way, but that's what it feels like.
what do you think? Do you guys think something's changed? A perception of your band, maybe people recognizing the longevity of what you've been doing, and the constant, just
It,
total badassery album after album. Do you think there's anything in
I think
particular that's
it's probably a combination of all of that stuff. The fact that we have been doing it for, which is unbelievable,
30
30
years?
years.
Yeah.
The fact that, the last couple years, the band's been pretty solid for the first time in quite a long time, where we're not, missing a drummer. We're not hiring another bass player. We're not, it's been this foundation has been solid, and we've done a lot more in the last couple years than we have. We've been out touring. We toured in the States. We just got, doing the European thing, which we haven't been very active. So that's definitely hasn't hurt us. And I think the fucking record is really goddamn good.
Fuck yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it's really
I'm
good.
I'm wicked proud of it, man.
Right. I love to hear that, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
And Dave, you got,
and
yeah, go
Dad
ahead. I'm sorry,
and
Justin.
Guy are behind it. You know, it feels good uh, to have somebody backing us that believes in what they're putting out with us, and that's helping
Yeah.
as well.
Jad and Magnetic Eye for sure. Yep.
I was talking with Jad about you guys at HUFR FEST, this last one,
Nice.
out in the
Jad's a great
alley.
guy.
You were telling Jad what a bunch of assholes we were.
I was like, have you ever
You
heard
know,
this
he's
band
well aware.
in New Jersey? Oh my God.
Man, that was cool to have Jad there too. The whole
Yeah.
HUFFERFest thing, guys, I got to tell you, like, this, I had this idea a couple of years ago, and I went to Zeth from Luna Soul, and I was like, we should put on a show, and he was like, okay. He's like, I'll get back to you next week, and then he came back next. He's like, okay, I booked like the whole weekend of this Bar 404. I was like, the whole weekend? Like, really? Like what? And so man, I'm like I keep saying, because I still can't believe you guys are part of the show. It's just amazing, man. I had to have you guys come out here and play that. It's just freaking badass. Dave,
Oh, man.
you got a lot of stuff going on too, man. Like, do you want to talk about anything that you have going on? Because you got some pretty exciting stuff happening.
I've been learning to dance. That's been fun. Yeah.
Ballet, I heard.
Yes, thank you.
Mhm.
They call me Mr. Tutu. Yeah, we've got Luna Souls doing our thing. We're getting ready to bust out an EP with our friends in Godzillionaire. Split record with them. It's gonna be fun. We need to do that with Solace too. That'd be badass next year.
Down with that.
Yeah, that'd be fat. Well, I don't know why I just said fat. I went back to 1991, just like that. Actually, it felt good,
None of
though.
us
I'm not
missed a
gonna lie.
beat. None of us missed a beat
Aw.
on that.
Look at Tommy. He's got his look. He's doing it.
That shit was fat, yo.
Oh, it feels so good. Yeah, so we're doing that stuff, and yeah, I'm working with John. John Garcia was just here with me all weekend, and we're writing for his record, and we're going to be
wow.
recording that at the church in Palm Springs next month, and
Wow.
it'll be fun with Billy and Greg and Johnny's band. So yeah, there's a lot of music going on, which is cool. I'm very grateful for that. It's interesting, and I think we talked about this on the road a little bit. That it's that when you're young and you're hungry and you're willing to live on a sleeve of crackers forever. It's like you're just fighting and fighting and fighting. And now I'm old and tired and want to be in bed by 7:30. And it's like, yeah, can you go to New Zealand? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, oh Lord, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to take some vitamins, but yeah, I'll try. So I think that's kind of cool. But I also believe that has to do with the whole community, and I think the genre and whatever label people put on it, like I think that the music that we all write and where it crosses each other's past, like we kind of all grew up listening to different types of music, but there's common music there, and
Sure.
and it's created this really cool scene. And Sean, I was telling you, like, the community that this scene has, to me, is very different than a lot of different. I mean, over the years, having played, and I'm old as dirt, and I'm good with that. But like having done this for a long time, it's cool to see the scene is very embracing of each other.
Yeah.
And there's always those bands that think they're cooler or they're this, and I'm always like, hey man, power to you. Good luck. I don't care. Maybe they are cooler. I don't know. I'm not cool. I'm a nerd. So, but I really feel like that's coming together. So
Yeah.
when Tommy says like we hit it off really well, like of course, yeah, he and I definitely like I immediately was like, well, we have a common friend. I mean, I didn't think that, but it just kind of made sense. And like, yeah, there was just a brotherhood that hit, and Justin, like all the Solace guys, like we were just immediately like, these guys are awesome. So I think as we're working on different projects and they're making records and coming out to Denver and stuff, it's just about like trying to keep the community united, and you do that, you and Rich and John and a lot of people that work hard to, and the labels, like, and the agents, and the clubs and everybody that comes out to support, and everybody that's online supporting and listening to the music, whether they're buying it or not, and I know a lot of people really do like to buy it. So
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a really cool time of life. It reminds me of when I was a kid and I listened to, the first ZZ Top album for the first time, and my friend's, in his attic, with his stepfather playing guitar downstairs, who happened to be Greg Martin. Like, it's like, what is happening? Like, really? So I think it's cool, and I think Sean, and aside from the bands, like it's collaborators, and you and I've talked about this before. Like all of you and all the scene, the love and the the consideration everybody has for just enjoying and being together, not criticizing, not everybody's bands for everybody, and
Right,
that's
sure.
totally cool. And I'm
Yeah.
really kind of feeling like that's happening, but maybe I'm just getting old and I've got a lot more love all of a sudden because
No,
I
but I
didn't when I
think
was
No,
20.
I
I,
feel
I
like a lot of the bands root for each other, man. From what we've
Yeah,
experienced, everybody roots for everybody. But,
yeah,
there's always the one-off knuckleheads that don't really vibe. But for the
yeah,
most part, I feel like everybody is rooting for everybody else, man.
yeah.
heck yeah.
Everybody's trying to push each other up, man. Like
yeah,
it's the way it should be, and it feels like that's kind of really where it's at right now.
I agree.
And it's a
So
thriving underground scene.
Listen,
I mean,
there's so many damn cool records that are coming out that I can't even keep up with it all. You know what I mean? Like
no,
oh
man.
no.
my
I try
pocket
to
is
keep up.
my
Yeah,
pocket is like you can't keep buying all these records.
And you guys didn't help either putting out another kick-ass record.
Well, hey, it's there.
well done, sir.
So
Please
here's
buy it. Please buy it.
yeah, I know. I can't wait for my copy to arrive. I definitely
just so
bought
we
it.
can afford to make the next one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how it works,
exactly.
right? Yeah,
That's exactly it.
So I love what Dave said about the community aspect. And my first festival that I went to was Planet Desert Rock weekend, and I went out to John's show, and that's what I saw. I was just amazed. I was like, these bands are like done with their set, and then they go watch the next band, and then they go talk to each other, and then they go have a drink together in the bar. And then if I want to go talk to them, they're like cool, and they want to like talk to me
Of course.
back. And yeah, it was like like. But like I grew up going to bigger shows, going to see ZZ Top and stuff like that. So that stuff would just seem like there's no way you can like talk to a band, that you just
Right.
saw, right? And like locally, that's more accessible. But at a festival, I didn't expect that. And then that feeling and community, I think, was really there at HUFR Fest, and that was really important to me. And I was glad to see bands hanging out and like in the merch room and talking and trading stuff and having drinks together. And man, so I'm really excited because you guys are really community minded bands as well. And so to have you there, it's just gonna make the whole thing so much better. So thanks, man.
Yeah. No,
Man,
thank
thank
you.
you. I mean, we're
And
excited.
and
We have friends in Denver, and we've never played Denver. This will be our first time.
Let's
And to
talk
have
about a
and
couple of your friends.
everybody we know from Denver has been cool. I mean, we're very close to some people from there who you want to bring up, but we just played with Hashtag, who were super cool dudes.
Oh, right
You know
on.
what I mean? So everybody we've met from your area out there has been awesome. We can't wait to come out.
Right on. That's cool. Well, we do have a mutual friend, acquaintance in my case, but I love this band. And we do have a third band that we're going to announce. We got the Luna Solace announcement. We'll call it the Dear Luna Solace announcement. How about that? We're going to
I
have
like
Deer Creek play the show as well. And
Roy,
I know that Deer Creek and Solace have a history. Paul in particular. So I know he's going to be excited. They don't know. I hope they're watching. If they're not watching, they'll find out at some point. So how do you guys feel about that?
Hi, Paul.
There's a setup. There's a setup. We're fucking pissed. No,
they're badass.
they're
no,
badass.
come on. Listen, super excited.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Listen, when Paul and I are in the same bar, no beer is safe.
Oh boy. The only time I've been in this band with Tommy Southard for 23 years, the only time I've seen Tommy too drunk to play was a show in Detroit, I think, Tommy, where
Yeah.
you and Paul got so smashed that you forgot how to play the songs. I don't know if you remember that.
I looked at my guitar and it looked like an alien instrument. And I said, what is this thing? How am I supposed to make this thing work?
I do that every night.
Well, I
Yeah,
kind of faked my way
you did
through it,
very well, brother.
but yeah, it was the only time in my entire life where I got on stage and I looked at the guitar and I just went, not tonight.
Well, luckily the altitude solves all those problems in Denver,
Good.
so
Yeah.
I should be fine then.
makes it easier.
Oh,
It was
interesting.
weird. Was it Munich
Science.
where Paul was with you guys?
What's that?
I think it was Munich when Paul was there. Like
Yeah.
we were
Yeah,
coming
he
out
surprised us.
sound check and getting ready to get on the bus, and Paul's like, "Hey, Dave," and I was just
Are
like,
you serious?
"What are you doing here?" I didn't know he did your artwork. Like that's badass.
Yeah, we were on stage like tuning up, and the whole club was empty, and I'm not looking. I hear this voice like, hey there, and I'm like, I know that voice. I look out, there's fucking Paul standing there by himself in the middle of the empty club. I was like, holy
Dude, one of my
shit.
Oh, he
one
was
of my
there for your
favorite
sound check?
moments. That was one of my favorite moments of the tour because after that show, you know how people were bringing a couple records up for us to sign, and the one guy who brought like every record, and I said, "Well, you want to have the artist sign these records too?" And the dude didn't speak a word of English, and he went, "Paul Vismara," like he
Oh,
knew the
that's
name.
cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
Damn.
I was
Oh,
being pulled
gosh.
back by Yost, our tour manager, for my mouth and telling me what jokes I could not say in Germany. I was like, "Oh, okay, hook me up." You guys killed it that night. I've got a good story about that night
I wanna hear
about Tim. Well, I've got two good stories about that night.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So this club is awesome, right? Like we had a great dinner. We're all kind of hanging in there, and then we go and we watch these guys just absolutely kill it. And we have to go to their dressing room to like get across this like scaffolding. I don't know how you describe that, like that upstairs where you're walking around above.
It was
crowd.
bizarre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very German. And so
Skywalk.
yeah, like that. And so when we were playing, Jen, my wife, said that Tim, your drummer, was hanging out, like watching up there with her, and was like, "Hey," he wanted to get a beer, and Jim's like, "Well, we have some in. There's a bunch in their mono refrigerator. You can have those." And so he's like, "Oh, right on." So she goes and gets him a beer. Then he's like, "I'll take another one." And so he has a few beers. So he's drinking our beer, which is totally fine. We love that dude and love you guys. So it was awesome because she's just telling me this story tonight. She goes, "Yeah, oh, and it wasn't until later that we found you guys pointed out like those are the non-alcoholic beers on that shelf." She's like, "That's what I kept giving him."
So here's a semi-related story, but way back in the day in the 90s, me and Timmy were in this band called Godspeed, and we were in Europe, and we had the bus was parked, and we walked to this small town. It was a couple miles away to get beer. And me and Timmy, we don't speak German, whatever. We're in the beer shop and we're putting up the big beers in the plastic case. And then we arm in armed it all the way back to the bus, right? Another couple miles back, we get to the bus and someone picks up the beer and goes, "You guys know this is all non-alcoholic beer, right?"
All right, so that's just his history. That's
So
his,
we literally hauled this case of beer back to the town and exchanged it all for real beer and walked back to the bus with the case of real beer.
say real beer.
Real beer. Yeah, Timmy.
And then that night after we played, that was when we all got to hang. Because was that the last night that we played together? I mean, you guys still played like Desert Fest London. I missed you, but I saw you walking around. I went out to say hi to you, but you guys were already working other corners or something. I couldn't
Yeah.
get to you.
Yeah,
Gotta make that
Mike.
money.
Mike Callahan in London.
Yeah, Mike went.
I think Munich might have been our last date, and then we went to Berlin, and you guys, I think, flew to London.
Because didn't you guys play the night before us in London? Or no, you played the night. No, there was something. You
Man,
guys
it's
were
all
playing.
blurry.
We were there. There was
Oh,
some club. I can't remember.
we played Dresden on the night off. You guys had a barbecue and we played Dresden with Astronaut.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, right
cool.
on. Right on.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. That's right. You said that was fun.
yeah. Right on. That's some Denver boys out there again for you guys. It's nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then
Well, yeah.
so we all go on the bus, and I may have had a few drinks or something else, and so we're hanging out, and Jen, my wife, was like obsessed. Not obsessed, but she really wanted us all to do the from Almost Famous singing Tiny Dancer on the bus. And the guys in Solace and Amy, right, your merch
Yeah.
person, super sweet. Everybody's just like, let's do it. So we all get on the bus and we're kind of hanging out, and we're trying to like remember the words. Nobody can remember the words. And then Norbs, our who was doing merch for us, and he works with Johnny all the time. He was there doing our merch, but he was like, I don't want to do this. What the f is going on? And it was super awkward. And like when we get to the chorus, though, we've recorded it. Everybody on the bus is singing, and it's totally like we all fell into that. That was really awesome. It's one of my favorite videos of the entire tour.
It was
That's
great.
awesome.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, we're just
And then
acting
it took
stupid.
you an hour to make your bus leave because somebody blocked the bus in. You remember that? Trying to get the bus out of that parking lot?
Yeah, so we're all. I wouldn't say we're not like 30-year-olds anymore, but we'd had a few drinks, and then they're like, "Okay, guys, everybody get up. We're gonna pick up this car," and we're all like, "Were you guys there when we did that?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so we're
What?
all like, "All right." So all of our mono gets out. Some people we don't even know like trying to help us. We go to pick up a car. There's a video of that too. We try to pick it up for at least 3.5 seconds, and then we're like, "Yeah, no, we're not going to pick it up."
Well, if you sing Tiny Dancer, it gives you superpowers, so you can lift cars.
What happened? We were just like, "This is it. This is our time."
Uh,
And then we
that's-
realized our age in my flip flops, in my sweatpants, out there trying to pick up a BMW. I was like, "Yeah, no." But hey, the bus driver Hans got us out of there. He was like, "I got this."
I think
He
I
was the guy
remember.
you guys had the barbecue with, right?
Yeah, he literally stopped somewhere. I can't remember where we were. Like I don't remember, Germany or somewhere, but they wherever they just pulled up, and we wake up and he's like gone out in the woods and forged like firewood, and he's got a firewood going, and he's made us eggs. This amazing breakfast.
Didn't he
All
come
the
out of the? He came out of the woods with an elk carcass draped
yeah,
around him.
three, and he was naked, which
That's
that
what I
was fun.
heard.
Well, he was
That
naked
was
the whole
fun.
time. He was driving naked, from what I
Yeah.
heard.
It really
Yep.
was. It's really Hans's thing. Yeah, he digs that.
Hey,
Oh, Germany.
what happens in Europe stays in Europe, man.
Not now.
Yeah, there's
Like my wife
definitely
is sitting right
leaks.
here and she just gave me the evil eye.
He's like, wait, I want to see Hans.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
we had a lot of fun with these guys. It definitely
Man.
felt like home, and the shows were great over there, like playing
Shows
every
were real.
night.
Shows were great.
And you guys killed
Totally.
it, man. It was so fun to, when you play,
Vibe
you
was
want to
great. Audiences were great.
play.
It's
Yeah, every
wild.
time,
It's
right?
wild for me to see the audiences in Europe, the size and the enthusiasm, and that's got to be a thrill for you guys to like have a different atmosphere than a lot of club atmospheres that you play in front of in the United States. So is that just a bigger rush, or is it just like maybe you just don't like to compare the things? But it's got to be pretty wild, man.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
it feels great, but
Yeah.
it's for me personally.
Yeah.
If there's 200 or two, I'm just doing my thing, man. I'm up there
Yeah.
having fun for myself first,
Yeah,
and
right
then
on.
for the most part, I'm kind of like a head down kind of guy. I don't do a whole lot of interaction with the crowd. I don't, but
You spin
if
that
I
guitar a lot, like when
if
you flip
I
it.
Well, and
well
those
upside,
David
I
Lee Roth fucking
right off my
late joke
bald
things
head.
you do are pretty cool too.
But when you occasionally peep up and you see, people having a good time, it just gives you that much more of a incentive to really just, rock and for no better term, you just rock. It gives you
Playing
that little.
Right on.
playing those
And
first bunch of shows and having the privilege to open for Dave and John and Hermano, we played in front of much larger audiences than we would ever draw ourselves there. So it was a blessing because we turned people on that we were watching in the audience to people that never heard us before. It came up to us after the shows and be like, we never heard you, and holy crap. So that is
cool.
super satisfying when nobody even ever heard your name before and they're like totally into what you're doing. Because most people just tune out an opening band, you know what I mean? So that was super
crazy
cool.
to do it in this scene because, like, man, usually when I look at a festival or a show, like, I start at the bottom of the list. It's like, because, man, there's so many good bands and all those festivals are so deep. And I'm sorry you guys will not be at the bottom of the list for this show, though. You'll be at the place. We'll probably put you guys up there on the top of the list. But
I'm gonna carry him in on yeah. We should get like some way to go.
We already are arranging that, so
Okay.
hell yeah.
I didn't mean to.
It's okay. It's okay. It's the elephants
We
that we're
need
having
those
trouble with.
big fans, those big feather fans,
Yeah,
and
we
then
got that
feed us
shit.
grapes.
Grapes. We got the grapes.
I was gonna
on
say
order.
if you need big fans, I'm pretty big, and I'm a fan.
I was gonna bring this one, but it's got to stay in my office because it's really hot. Yeah,
you know,
dude,
not to like interject too much, but like I think what's cool about like Solace and Hermano and HUFR Fest and all these different bands and festivals, and I mean we played some amazing shows in some amazing historic rooms together over there in Europe, and what I got the most was like every night we would all go back to the merch, Johnny, all of us, and all you guys, and we're just kind of hanging out and signing stuff, and you spend an hour or so, if not more, a couple hours, just talking to people and doing it. And what I walked away from that whole experience, other than the gratitude of it all, like, okay, how did this happen? This is cool, like if I could go back and tell my 10-year-old self, like I'll end up with a hot wife and we just toured with Solace in Europe, like check, I'm good. So it's like if you think about, yeah, it's like if you think about that stuff, but then the conversations that happened, even with the communication of different languages, like that somewhat of a obstacle, it kind of fell apart. And what I found and what I walked away from is, I think the world as a whole, politics aside, just wants community. Everybody just wants goodness. They want to rock. They want to have fun. Like they want to, feel good and know that here's these, two bands from America playing, and I don't speak their language, and yet the smiles on their faces and the kindness that they exude, aside from the music they're playing, which they came to see, it's like it just takes a different level. And I think that's really special, man. The older I get, like that's kind of
I concur.
Yeah, you guys definitely brought that. It was cool, man.
it's man, I'm not going to tell my whole long crazy story, but man, I was going through a really depressive time in my life, and I really found the stoner doom genre and bands like your bands, and again, it's really cathartic for me to listen to your music, and I get a lot out of it, and I love the heavy tones, or like healing, and the things that you guys sing about, and man, so for me, it's like to have you guys turn out to be cool people on top of already making music that I love is just like this incredible bonus. And to get to be involved with you guys and putting on a show and having you guys come out and play, it's like Dave, you're talking about the 10-year-old. Wow, I can't believe that's how I feel too. Like this is like the best time of my life, and I'm glad that you guys are going to come out and be part of that and share in that community. So thanks, man. I mean, it's like Denver is a cool place, and I know people will be absolutely thrilled that you're going to be here.
Yeah,
looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it.
The fact that you, I mean, it's funny. It's reciprocated back at you because like you dig us enough to bring us out to your perfectly curated festival is amazing. You know what I mean? We're just knuckleheads from New Jersey, so the fact that it's all like this whole like love vibe, man. It's cool. Dave, you summed it up. I mean, it's what everybody wants. I wish the whole world would just embrace this kind of vibe.
Well, man,
Yeah.
we'll do
We're
our little
living our
part here
level.
in Denver. We'll do our little part here in Denver. I know you guys
Yeah.
will do a little part of that out in Texas at Ripple Fest, Texas. And then everywhere you guys play, you know, you bring that. So thanks, man. I mean, I know the scene. We just love you guys. So, man, I'm gonna wrap it. I'd love to do interviews with Solace and Luna Soul at later dates as we get closer to the show. I'd love to talk to you guys again. Deer Creek,
Anytime.
yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Deer Creek, thank you guys. We're so stoked you're going to be part of the show too. Man, do you guys want to say anything in closing? Like, I give you some minutes to say whatever you want to say with not within reason. You guys will just say whatever you want to say anyway. So go ahead.
I just want to say this is all a lie. These guys stole our beer. They stole our cheese. I'm sick of this shit.
We took their drugs. I mean, we slashed the bus tires.
I literally paid you guys to not.
You
get
would have
into
had
this
drugs,
before the
except we
show.
got them.
They're different
First
nowadays.
night.
There's Viagra.
Yeah, vitamin B12.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
First night we played in Paris, we were like, "Oh, guys, look at we're all set up. We got this great backstage room. Look at all the food they laid out for us." We go into the room. I'm peeling a banana, and then the Hermano wives walk in and look at us like, "What's going on here?" And we're like, "Oh shit, this is not our."
Really?
This is not our
You
room.
guys were allowed to hang out with us any night. Like, that's crazy.
That first night we hadn't talked yet. I'm eating John Garcia's bananas and shit, man. I was not cool about that.
You know, I'm just going to put this out there. John Garcia makes us eat his banana every night to be in a band.
Oh, but boom.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm here till like 7. Then I
Well, fellas, I'll make sure when you're out here in Denver, we have the green room fully stocked with bananas.
Bananas.
It sounds like
And
bananas
near beer.
beer. I know you guys probably want
Yeah,
some whiskey
and NA.
too, so we'll hook that up. NA, of course. NA bananas. Right on, guys. I really appreciate it, man. I'm going to let everybody go, but I can do my little closing thing here.
Yep.
Man, this is Sean from HUFR FEST, and we announced 3 new bands for HUFR FEST 2027 tonight. We got our new house band, Luna Soul. They have to play every year now, and they always have to bring me a kick-ass band like Solace, who is also playing HUFR FEST this year, or next year at 2027. Then we also have Deer Creek from Denver playing. Get some tickets, hufferfest.com. Get them while they're hot, you guys. Seriously, it's a small room. Buy tickets. We got weekend passes. Get some of those. Thanks again, fellas. I just so grateful for you.Hank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye,
And
guys.
Dave, thanks, man. Thanks for hooking us up with this, man. It was like
Oh,
it was
man,
your
always,
idea.
I
It
can't
was
wait to see you guys. Yeah.
Thanks,
your
Dave.
idea, man. So appreciate that.
Cheers,
We're looking
man.
forward to it.
All
I
right.
can't wait to see you. I'll see you in Texas, and then we'll see you in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful.
Right on.
Awesome.
Well,
Thank
on
you,
behalf
gentlemen.
of my partner, Zeth, and my wife, Andrea, we thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you, guys. Hey, if you could hang on for just 1 second, I'm going to let everybody else that's watching. Hey, everybody that tuned in, thanks, guys. If you didn't tune in, well,
Bye,
what
Mom.
the hell? All right, guys, I'm going to let you go.